I know, like, beef ranches, like, they have hundreds of thousands of cows and shit, right? But to feed this many Americans
Every day.
every day, oh, bro, we might be eating humans for sure.
We?
They call it aquamation, where they liquefy the dead.
I'm like sick to my stomach, okay? I've heard the rumors and I'm guilty of it, taking my kids to go eat at McDonald's, but today took my girls to go get their normal Happy Meals and got a 10-piece for my 6-year-old, and she bit down into one of her chicken nuggets and she says that, she hurt her teeth. And so I'm looking at it and I pull this out. She pulls this out. She hands it to me, Kay. And I'm freaking out. Baby, where's your tooth? What happened? How'd you lose a tooth? How did you lose a tooth in your chicken nuggets? It's not her tooth, y'all. This is not my baby's tooth. But this is a baby's tooth. This was someone's baby's tooth. This is disgusting, and this is what we're eating. This is what we're feeding our kids.
The highest version of myself. I'm the highest version of myself. I know I am that I am.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Godspeed Podcast. What's up? Why you look sad?
Me too.
You too what?
Right?
Me too?
Great. Now I just got me too.
You're a bit of a tard. Oh jeez.
Oh,
Back to the parasite drink. You haven't done that in a while, bud.
I know. I'm just bringing it back.
Bring it back.
Like
Don't.
you want me to bring it back?
No, not the Red Bull.
I was gonna bring something else back. Kanye West brought something back this week.
Kanye West is We're gonna do an episode on clones soon.
Okay.
Kanye
All right.
West is gonna be on that episode like a motherfucker.
You think he's a clone?
I'm not sure. We have a little bit of clone in this episode. So
Okay. George Clooney?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know about you, bud. Sometimes it's just
Well, here's the thing about me that you
What's
don't
up?
know. Here's the thing about me you don't know.
you found out
Did
you were
somebody-
gay. I found a video of you when you were a kid, and that's the first video I'm gonna play.
Is it the one with your brother jerking me off?
Ew, what?
I mean, he was older than me.
What?
Oh, it's not that one.
Now I'm concerned that actually happened.
Not yet, it didn't. There's still
You guys
time.
live in Phoenix together. All right.
Well, you know what they say. Phoenix is the San Francisco of Arizona.
Probably.
I mean-
Out of all the cities in Arizona.
I mean, probably.
Probably.
Is there another? I didn't think there was another city in Arizona. Honestly, at least there's not one. There's not one worth mentioning.
There's Flagstaff. There's Yuma. There's Grand Canyon.
Dump. Grand Canyon's probably nice to hike at.
I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, west though. I was at the small one.
I went east and south.
Oh. Cool.
Okay,
All right,
so
here's
you
the
found-
video of you when you were younger.
Fucking shit, dude. Because he's fat. Oh no, he got finger guns.
That too.
My man. Okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
reloading and everything.
Yeah.
You even hit the cut twice. I'll be right back. What? You gotta go?
I gotta let my dog in. I forgot I left her outside.
Oh shit. Damn,
Fuck.
bro. So while he's gone, I'm gonna take this time. No, I'm not. We're not doing commercials. I don't do commercials. That for people that. The only time I'm gonna do a commercial is if someone pays us to do a commercial. There ain't no Happy Nut sponsor with me. Nah, we don't do that. Not here. You gotta pay me for this. I don't think we're ever gonna get a sponsor though, because honestly, we talk shit about everything. Well, I talk shit about everything. Food, chemicals, household products, the air, the water, every drink, all food. So we could never have an actual sponsor on this show because we talk too much shit about everybody. Hey.
We were talking about Happy Nuts again?
Why'd you take so long? What the hell
You talking about Happy Nuts again?
I was,
you've been using
I was about to do a sponsor, and I'm like, I'm not doing no fucking sponsor for someone that doesn't pass. Yeah, I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to get a sponsor for watermelon. The watermelon isn't throwing out dollars for sponsorships.
Yeah, because it's natural to the earth, and you shouldn't have. We shouldn't have to pay for that shit. All right, let's get into the video.
Okay.
So this episode isn't really like one thing. It's kind of like the episode we did a couple weeks ago. So it's just a bunch of different things. Yeah. I mean?
Okay. Yeah, me, son.
I do. All right. Here's the first real video for the episode. I guess.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go.
So, hold on. Finger guns wasn't it?
That was the first video. Yeah.
Like, that shit had me hyped, bro.
All right. That's good.
And going back to Vietnam, Vietnam doesn't have anything. There's no such thing as autism in 1975, year 2000, year 2001. There's no such thing. When Vietnam signed the WHO, and when Vietnam signed into the International Monetary Fund, the banking system, Bill Gates and the Gates Foundation introduced the vaccination program into Vietnam. Now Vietnam has over a 300% rise in autism.
Why do you think? Well, why do you think that is?
He told you they introduced the vaccines.
So, you think he's trying to say that the vaccines are giving people autism?
Yes.
Oh, I just want to clarify.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay.
Like, where else would it come from? Oh,
Did
the
he
food.
Did he get the vaccine?
Who?
Him.
The guy that was talking?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He looked like he had a vaccine or two. He looked a little vaxxed.
I doubt it.
If you know what I mean.
What's the wink?
You know what I mean? I'm just communicating.
So, what do you think? Do you think vaccines cause autism?
Do I? Yeah, dude. Of course I do.
Oh, I'm asking.
You don't? Fucking weird question then.
I 100% do.
All right then. What are we even talking about?
What is this show? The whole point is to show people videos they may have not have seen. This is like a Tosh.0 conspiracy show.
Oh, you didn't tell me, bro. You never tell me the plot. You never tell me what we're doing. I'm just fucking...
Every episode I show videos.
I'm just up here fucking winging it and fucking, you know?
What are you talking about right now? I gotta go. All right, next video.
This is a big deal. This was designed. You think Chick-fil-A is designed for addiction? This was highly intentional. Phone in its settings tells you how far it has to be off of your body to prevent cancer. It tells you if you go to your settings to general, you scroll all the way down to legal and regulatory. Who knew this was in the BIOS? Do you see it?
I'm in it.
Legal and regulatory, click it. The very bottom one says RF exposure. That stands for radio frequency exposure. And then it tells you, mine is on the second paragraph. This must be 5 millimeter separation off of your body. It's about a pencil eraser. So they're covered when you get brain cancer because you put your phone to your head.
I always speak on speakerphone.
You bet you do. Distance is your friend with radio frequency, with electromagnetic fields. But they just came out with a study. Just literally, the further this is away from you, the better. We're seeing a higher rate of testicular cancer on young men because they put their phone, get your phone out of your pocket, get it away from your testicles.
That's crazy.
Yes. So back when these were smaller and women put them in their breast, we saw breast cancers the shape of that lithium battery in there. This is radioactive. So you get it off your person. You speak on speakerphone with it, right? You don't put it up your head. You for sure don't have it on your head driving down a road in a metal tube where it's having to work super hard to find a cell signal.
Wow.
So it's putting out more electromagnetic field.
Bro,
Yeah.
there has been a serious rise in ass cancer, and all the girls put them in their back pocket now.
Yeah.
Fucking ass cancer out here killing these nice, delicious booties.
Dude, for real.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. I kind of talked about it in our
You did.
Radiation episode.
You did. You did.
But this is actual proof of someone showing you going into the phone.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yep.
crazy, man.
That's why I have an iPhone 11. It's the one right before 5G, so it's not as bad, but still
Dude,
fucking terrible.
I got an upgrade if you want to use my upgrade.
I will never, ever, ever upgrade that phone. I'll go back to a flip phone before I upgrade to another 5G.
I honestly wish I could.
I did until I got back to work with my current trade.
They're just so they're just so goddamn handy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This show would be much harder to do. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, keep your phones out of your pockets.
Now I carry fucking 2 phones.
I have 2 phones too, and one of them is 5G, but I never fucking carry it around. Ever.
Yeah.
It's my
I
work
always-
phone. I keep it away
Yeah.
from me. If it rings, I go over to it.
Yeah. Son of a gun.
Why
I
do
got rid
you,
of
why do you
the-
have 2 phones?
One's a work phone.
Oh shit! Oh, because you got the fucking scanner thing on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got rid of the Apple Watch, and I barely ever use my earbuds. So
I'm
Getting
stoked
rid-
for that.
getting rid of the
All this happened after our episode.
getting rid of the frequencies, man.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm a slow learner, but I'm a learner.
You're not slow.
I'm
With Flat Earth, you're slow.
well,
But that's just because.
here's why.
That's just
there's
because.
this curve.
That's
I mean,
just
like-
because you're in denial. But
I mean, if the Earth was flat, I would be faster. But I'm constantly running uphill because there's a curve to this Earth. So we'll just keep going. Let's keep it going. We'll play the next one.
what the fuck have done that? All right.
ABC News has obtained a videotape that shows clearly what happened when the president fell ill.
Watch his wife. That's Barbara Bush, who some say is Aleister Crowley's daughter. Some say is a man. As soon as she sees he's going to vomit, she darts over to cover his mouth and nose. Possibly the worst thing you could do, right? Was she trying to hide something being seen from camera? Look at this news clip. They are about to report that the president died the same day, then suddenly backtrack.
This just into CNN headline news, and we we say right off the bat, we have not confirmed.
I tried to look for the rest of that fucking news clip for way too long. But that happened the same day that the Bush thing happened, I guess. So George Bush Sr. died a long time ago and then was replaced. Whether it's a clone, whether it's a fucking look-alike, whether it's... You know they're out there. I mean...
I don't know.
I don't know if clones are out there, but look-alikes and fucking...
Yeah, in those masks,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That one's I'm a little skeptic on this one. The
But
clones.
No, get away from the clones and all that. You saw the news broadcast of him. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
and then they don't report on it at all. And that's the first time I've ever seen that clip, and that's from like 80s. I think an awakening is happening, D.
Hope so.
And actually,
I've been waiting for it.
in this episode, I have a clip that I've been fucking waiting for. And
Do you have a delicious moment?
yes, something's happening that I've been waiting for to happen.
I had a delicious moment the other day, and it was beautiful. But go ahead, let's keep going.
All right, okay.
There's nothing better than a delicious moment. Let's take food out of it. Hold on, let's go back to food.
Oh, you're talking about food.
No, I wasn't. But now we're getting back there. That lady said, "You think Chick-fil-A is addictive?" Yes, I do. I couldn't agree more. Chick-fil-A is fucking delicious. I wish they would sponsor us because goddamn, that chicken is delicious. Anyways,
It's poison. Do you like Popeyes?
yeah, it's okay. It ain't as good as Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A,
It's all
oh
fucking
my,
nasty.
bro, they could tell me the secret sauce to Chick-fil-A is dropping that bitch on the floor, and I would still eat. That's how good that shit tastes.
Dropping that bitch on the floor.
Yeah, the chicken. If like they told me, hey, every piece of chicken hits the floor before we send it out, I'd be like, is that what you do? Interesting. That chicken is so good, bro.
The ground is the last of your problems with what you're putting in your fucking body with that chicken.
So I mean, hey,
I'd fucking sweep up a fucking restaurant and eat that shit before I'd eat that chicken.
That's disgusting. You know what I mean?
No, the chicken is fucking disgusting.
You know how many fecal parasites are on the floor?
You know, bro, you know what's in that chicken?
But at least they cooked the chicken.
Do you know what that chicken was doing when it was alive?
Yeah, but they cooked the chicken, bro. They killed all the bacteria in it when they cook it.
You know, chicken's full of fucking chemicals and fucking horrible engine oil that it's fried in.
So am I.
That's true. We're working on it.
We're getting there one step at a time. I keep fantasizing about being fruitarian. I'm gonna be so hungry, dude.
Fucking do it. No, you won't.
I'm gonna be so hungry.
D. I was bigger than you.
Yeah, we're built different.
What?
We're not the same person. We're different.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe after this, I got reservations.
What
to
I'm
Carbone,
saying is,
I'm not skipping Carbone.
I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know.
No, you do not, because
it's probably killing a whole bunch of animals. Hey, what's this next video about?
When you die. When you die, you have choices. You don't know this, but you have choices.
He's speaking from experience.
When you leave your physical body, it is very typical for you to see yourself standing next to your body with either your loved ones or EMTs or whatever the circumstances are.
Or if
and you see yourself, and then you'll hear a voice. You'll see the tunnel of light, and a voice will be calling you, or you will hear the voice telepathically telling you to come on, come. Now, as you stand there and you're looking at the tunnel of light, you have a choice. You can go up to this tunnel of light where you'll be with other loved ones that have crossed over, usually, all right? And you'll be put into a system where you are essentially caught in a reincarnational cycle, a loop. Or you can turn around, put the tunnel of light behind you, and what you will see is the entire universe.
Okay.
If you choose to go to the universe instead of the tunnel of light, whatever dimension you came from when you came down here to Earth, they will keep it all present, time and place. Earth, whether it was 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th density, whatever it was. If you choose the universe and you say to yourself, I wish to go home, you will return to that dimension from which you came. So if it's 5, 6, 7, or 8, you will leave here and you will go back to that dimension, where I am told to be reunited with your soulmate.
Wisdom soldiers, soulmates.
We're multidimensional. We're in many places at once. I've never shared this information.
Thanks.
Says, I heard that when
Thanks
we
for
die,
sharing.
we should not go to the light, as it is a trick to recapture our souls, rebirth on Earth. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I was told. Visayas was very specific. He said, you, of course, can choose to do whatever you want, but none of you ever turn around and look what's behind you. And when I asked, well, what is behind me? He said freedom. Freedom of Earth.
All right, so let me give you some backstory on this a little bit.
Yeah, I would have liked that in the beginning. I'm so confused.
So there's NDEs. You ever heard of an NDE? A near-death experience?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So near-death experiences, everybody has like the same like things that happen to them. Like there's like a core 9 things that happen to every single person when they have a near-death experience. They float above their body. They don't know they're dead. They don't know they're looking at their dead body. They don't recognize themselves. They see a bright light. Family members tell them to come up, and you get to see old family members. They have like a life review where a deity, like a god, shows you your past life and everything that happened. And it's like in a split second, but you see everything and you feel emotions from other people's perspective. Like if I told you to fuck off and really meant it, I can feel your emotions. You know what I mean? That's what people say when they have a near-death experience. They can feel, you know, everybody else's emotions from what they did to them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Then they're told that they have to go back. They're not ready yet. They have to go back. And that's when everybody goes back. But there's a conspiracy out there that it's called a soul soup. Basically, when you die, all that stuff happens, and then you get reincarnated into another body, and then you're a new person again. So people are thinking that it's nobody ever looks behind them when they're being told to go up to the light and shit like that. Everybody just focuses on what's in front of them. Nobody turns around to pick a different option, I guess. But that's what that video is about. Like, we could have done a whole episode. There's so much that goes into it. The soul soup stuff. We probably will do an episode at some point on it, actually.
Is it made by Cannibals?
What do you think? Cannibals.
Soup. You said soup. Sorry.
Wow, bro.
I'm hungry.
Shocker.
Shocker. Fuck. Jeremy Shocker.
Shocky, but okay.
Right.
Right. So what do you think about this video, bud?
I don't believe it. I think it's bullshit. The whole thing.
Okay.
I don't believe in near-death experiences. I think those people who all see the same things have probably believe in that shit and looked it up and done a little research.
All right.
And that's just my take on it, man.
So I've read books on this from a dude called, his name's Raymond Moody. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He was doing interviews with people about near-death experiences before internet, before there was anything about it. And he literally would fucking meet these people that don't know each other, and they'd give him the same fucking stories.
Okay, well, that makes it a little more tolerable.
This was back in like the 1960s and shit.
Hey, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Take it easy, all right?
What?
Take it easy.
I'm not amped up. I'm just telling you. That's what I've heard. That's the reason I get is.
Oh, okay. Well,
people just heard other people's stories and lied. But
you know, a little. What do they call it? Some information at the front of the story is helpful, bud.
Yeah.
You backstoried me a little too far back.
Well, no, because you're asking questions that I didn't think you'd ask.
Oh, so now okay.
You don't think it's true because people could just ask people. And what I'm telling you is no, that's not the case.
Okay.
So now what do you think?
Thank you for clarifying. Oh, it's interesting. I'd like to you to do an episode on that, I guess. We could learn some more about it.
We'll do a full one on NDEs and the soul soup. We'll like merge them both.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Here's the next video.
You fucking hate me today.
No, I don't. All right, so this is actually
that's Paulie Walnuts. I know who this guy is.
Yeah. So in 1980, because of a lawsuit in a German court, the German State Forensic Bureau, the Bundeskriminal Act, forensically examined the original diary manuscript. Their analysis determined that significant portions of the work were written with a ballpoint pen. Since ballpoint pen weren't available before 1951, portions of the work were added well after the war. Anne Frank died March 1945. The BKA also determined that none of the diary handwriting matched known examples of Anne's handwriting. Earlier handwriting experts had determined that all of the writing in the diary was by the same hand. Therefore, the entire diary was a post-war fake. The true author of the diary was a Jewish novelist named Meyer Levin, who demanded and was awarded $50,000 in a payment for his work in a court action against Anne's father, Otto Frank. There's an authentication code on the bottom. You can go to that website right there. The Anne Frank diary was bullshit, just like the Holocaust.
Hey, Tone. You know Anne Frank's diary was written by a ballpoint pen? They didn't even have those yet. That's some Leonardo da Vinci shit right there.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's an impression.
Who are you impressing? Who are you doing an impression of?
Paulie Walnuts.
Who's he from?
Sopranos.
Oh, I never seen The Sopranos.
Bullshit! I played that shit when we lived together.
I've seen 2 episodes, and I watched them with Kate in Florida a long ass time ago.
Oh, so you just fucking... I sat there found...
you loved Lost at the end. And don't say you didn't, dude, because you're like, yeah, dude, this is actually really good. Don't even try to fucking lie, bro.
I think
I'll ask Jackie.
I think your secondhand smoke was getting to me.
Well, there's your fucking reason right there. Anyway,
whatever, dude.
But you did say it.
Let's move on.
Yeah, you want to move on as quick as possible. You don't want people to know you like Lost. All right.
Shit.
All right. This fucking kid.
This fucking guy over
This
here.
fucking gay.
Forget about it.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, and Frank.
What do you think that the diary was a complete fake?
I didn't see the movie, so I don't know.
What movie?
Isn't there an Anne Frank movie?
This whole thing is a movie. You're right.
Yeah, we're in a fucking, dude. We're in the Matrix, bro.
All right, here's the next video. You don't want to
all-
answer because you don't want to let anybody know that you know the Holocaust was a bunch of bullshit now. Because you send me videos on Instagram that are fucking evidence of it too.
I send you videos that I think you will find interesting. That's what I send you.
Okay, guys. All right, here's the next video.
Hey, hold on. If anybody wants those videos that I send Joe, fucking add me on the Insta-webs and I'll fucking send them to you too. Boom.
Yeah, we have about I don't know, 50 average users each week. If you average it out, 50 to 75. Yo, tell us what episodes you want us to do. What conspiracies do you want us to cover?
That's a good idea.
Nobody ever we get comments here and there, but a guy said do the moon episode, so we did the moon landing episode. Like,
hell yeah!
Tell us what episode you want us to do, and
do the lizard people episode.
Okay, I didn't know you wanted me to.
I'm ready for you to make me a believer, son.
I don't believe the lizard people theory. I've already gone down the rabbit hole a couple times, and every time I'm like, this is fucking retarded.
How funny would it be if you presented the episode and I'm at the end, I'm like, they're real.
Maybe, dude. A lot of people think they're real. I think it's just a lower frequency, and they just call them reptile because we have a reptile brain, so they're in their lower frequencies, so they're reptiles. That's what I think the whole thing is.
I'm trying to up my frequencies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do it.
I'm doing it. You see this shirt?
Stop eating animals. Your frequency will skyrocket, bud. All right. I'm so what?
You're so vegetarian. Vegan,
I'm not
whatever it is. You're so vegan.
I'm a frugivore.
You're a vegan.
I'm a frugivore.
You're
Don't put me in a box. I'm a person. All right, here's the next video.
In June 2011, Christchurch, New Zealand, suffered an earthquake that left a lot of the city in chaos, destroying buildings and infrastructure and leaving over 50,000 homes without power. As a result, there were collapsed houses, ruptured water mains, flooding, and fires due to disrupted electrical lines. Due to the strong ground motions and intense shaking, part of the city experienced a strange phenomenon known as soil liquefaction. Sand boils emerged from asphalt roads, toppling and sinking cars, and causing boulders to fall from hills, resulting in more home damage. Soil liquefaction occurs when saturated soil loses its strength and stiffness in response to an applied stress, such as shaking, or other sudden changes, such as a strong explosion. Loose, saturated soil, or sand, has a tendency to compress when a load is applied. But in the event of a stress, such as shaking or an explosion, we see the opposite. The soil tends to dilute, and the result is treacherous quicksand or quick clay. The land turns to liquid, causing structures of heavy mass, such as buildings, infrastructure, and cars, to start sinking, topple over, or collapse. It can also affect dams and bridges. Turbidity currents can also form huge landslides that are impossible to stop. In the worst case scenario, entire cities may be destroyed. As you can see, liquefaction can move entire areas of land. The mud can rise dramatically and rapidly, and its destructive force is unstoppable. It is a well-documented phenomenon. The 1964 earthquake in Nagata, Japan, caused liquefaction, and we can see the effects very clearly in these photos. The same here with the 1964 Alaska earthquake. Buildings toppling, cars sinking, infrastructure collapsing. Once the stress has subsided, the soil begins to solidify once again, and we can see the aftermath. Uneven, muddy streets remain where there was once road paving. Returning to photographs of 19th century cities, we see a similar situation here. The roads are unrefined and full of mud. We see unsophisticated, uneven, coarse, and muddy roads everywhere against a backdrop of refined, sophisticated, and magnificent architecture. Could these cities have suffered the similar fate of soil liquefaction that we see in more recent times? Perhaps. But unfortunately, muddy roads is not enough evidence to base any conclusions on, is it? Children ask the most vital of questions, and adults, in their foggy stupor, usually provide the most unsatisfactory answers, often regurgitating learned nonsensical information that leave the child's imagination unfulfilled. Squelching along these muddy 19th century roads, observing their surroundings, a child may ask, why did they build the windows so low to the ground? And what an excellent question. Yes, why indeed did they build windows on ground level? For you see, the people we see in these photographs, sadly, did not build this architecture. And maybe some of them, at some point in their busy day-to-day life, ask the exact same question. We see it everywhere. Windows at ground level. Windows partially below ground level. First floor entrances raised from the ground level. Steps leading down to entrances below ground level. We can find this in almost every major city across our realm, in both old photographs and when we walk in the streets today. And what does it tell us? That a society with access to modest construction tools and horse and car constructed their infrastructure by first spending countless amounts of hours and energy clearing land with a depth of over 3 meters to begin their construction? Building basement floors is incredibly hard work. Since the 20th century, large powered excavation machines, such as backhoes and front-end loaders, have reduced the time and manpower needed to dig a basement dramatically, as compared to digging by hand with a spade. Perhaps you could say that our historical ancestors were just that dedicated to the architecture they built. And you could say that many of the sunken buildings we see are actually due to elevations and depressions in the natural landscape. The official narrative, which is always full of inconsistencies, perhaps would suffice if it was not for contemporary excavation. When we look at photographs such as this, it immediately dawns upon us that what we are seeing are windows and doors 2 to 3 meters below the ground surface. Why are there windows and doors underground? What is this that we see in our cities? Natural soil accumulation over time? Geologists have never been able to ascribe a consistent value to worldwide natural topsoil accumulation, because it is impossible. Some regions of our realm experience consistent topsoil accumulation, whereas other regions actually experience consistent erosion. Many historians and archaeologists have noted that many cities over the centuries have been destroyed through war and natural phenomena such as earthquakes, volcanic ash, and flooding.
So yeah, back to our history is faked.
Yeah.
Now, they do make windows for basements.
Yes. I've been in schools where the window starts literally at the ground.
Yeah. These windows were going under the ground, and there was even doors.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Which makes sense why they had to put steps up. Because if they were going on the other level, they'd have to, you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to figure out why they would want to fucking hide it.
They would hide everything.
It? Yeah, but
so
this one doesn't make sense to hide.
This is why I think they hide it. There was a race before us called the Tartarians. We've talked about them before.
Yep.
They built all these buildings with crazy technology.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to kill off everybody and restart like we're starting fresh. That's why they did all this the world fairs, so they could destroy all these buildings, and they covered everything up. They covered up our past completely. They want us dead. They want us slaves. They want us. They want us low frequency.
Yeah. Well, we're all salt batteries, anyways. From the way our bodies work. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we're just all energy sources for something bigger.
Well, the whole point of the Matrix was they were draining everybody of their power in those pods. Like, they were running the machine. They were running all those people. They were running the Matrix, basically.
Right.
So
tell me, we're in the Matrix, bro. This is all simulation. It is.
right.
I'm honestly getting there, bro. The older I get, the more shit I learn, the more I think we're in a simulation.
Yeah.
This is all just fake.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
I got a pretty cool fake story, though, so.
You got a what?
Pretty cool fake story. If this is real as simulation, my simulation's been kind of fun. Not gonna lie. I don't hate all of it.
My fucking simulation sucked for the longest time. Bro, my simulation was dog shit.
Why did I choose this character?
Bro, for real. Fuck, man. I'm glad I did now, but fuck,
yeah,
man,
of
before
course.
it sucked.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have some fucking, what's it called? Jesus Christ.
Horrible luck, dude. But I have amazing luck.
Oh my god.
My luck is amazing now, and before it was like the complete opposite. So.
Yeah. Fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. Amber Ali.
Okay.
She's like a rapper and actress. I've never seen her before this interview, so here is what she's talking about.
She's trans.
We are eating ourselves.
No way.
Let me say that
No fucking
again.
way she's trans, dude.
We are eating human. We are eating ourselves.
What the fuck?
And this is why I say what I say. The more I eat it, the way that I feel, what my spirit is telling me. And like I said before, there is no plants in any building. There's no amount of plants in any building across the world that can produce as much as meat as we eat. But guess what? They are producing every day. Dead niggas.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, shit.
There's nothing growing that fast to be able to feed Wendy's, McDonald's, Popeyes, JJ's, Sharks, this fine dining restaurant, that fine dining restaurant. You tell me what's growing that fast and what's moving that fast besides people dying.
Oh, man. You're right. When they cook food, they cook it, and sometimes it's not even 8. It's like, hey, at the end of the day, good. And tomorrow
I was just eating some Popeyes, and I swear to God, I saw it, but that Popeyes was so fucking good that I kept eating. But then I picked up another piece. It was the ghost pepper wings. It's like my favorite wings, but what I just experienced before I came up here fucked my head up. So, I was eating it, I saw it, and I'm like, maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe that's some little feathers. But then I get the next piece, and it ain't all over because they don't want to alarm you. But it looked like motherfucking hair. Oh. Like human hair. Oh. It's coming out the chicken skin. It fucked my head up. I'm definitely on a fast from Popeyes for now, for sure. Because when stuff like that happened to me, it fucked with my head. It's a wrap. I loved ghost pepper wings. I love Popeyes, but I have to fast and give that shit a break because what just happened to me downstairs, the whole bag of Popeyes, I had a box of shrimp. I didn't even touch them. Still in the car. Wow. That situation with that wing, it fucked my head up.
This ain't a
hair sticking out the chicken, like if a human had long hair or any kind of hair, because it's the chicken wing is so small. That shit it looked like fried human.
That wasn't a chicken leg. That was a Tyrone leg.
Exactly. Ate Terrence leg.
God damn. So what do you thought? They had a movie called They Clone Tyrone where people are saying, you feel like we'll have the ability to clone it?
Cloning has already started.
It has already started?
Back in the day, it used to cost $50,000. Who knows how much it costs now? If you ever notice, a rapper first, everything's fine. Then something goes wrong. They get out of line. They end up in jail. They come back looking totally different. And it's up to us if we're going to let them play in our face or if we're going to go, that ain't him. And then speaking of They Clone Tyrone, isn't Jamie Foxx a part of that?
He came out looking, they were like, where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head?
They showed a picture of him.
He was in like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where. It looked like the clone was just testing himself out. Like, yeah, all right, I'm out. Let's see what's going on. I'm happy to be in the world. It seemed like the clone was literally testing himself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo on the back of his head? And it just makes you wonder, like, do they do this shit to like play with us, to like see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash? It gets tricky, but clones do exist. The people who I think are clones are Gucci Mane, Kodak Black. I really, really, really hope and pray they didn't get my boy NBA because I love NBA Youngboy and he was a certain type of way before he went to jail. And then when he got out of jail, he started painting his nails black and wearing his gothic makeup and standing all gay and shit. And it's like, Nick, he was not doing none of that. Like, he was so hood and real, and I still love his music. I just don't know who these artists is when they get out of jail and they change like that. Like, who are they?
Man, you don't believe in like just self-transformation? Like, let me work on myself to maybe I'll start painting my nails. I believe it at that.
But what is making them really paint their nails? Like, I don't know. And then it's like Kodak Black, he acts different. When he first got out of jail, he was grabbing his mama booty and he was dancing with his mama and gripping her, his own mom. Like, I don't know. And I pray that it's not as weird as I think. But something telling me it is.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say shit. That's just horrible.
What'd you think, bud?
That's fucking disgusting.
Let's tackle the Popeyes first.
Fuck Popeyes.
You
bro.
want some hair in your Chick-fil-A, bud?
Nah, dude, but I've had like Chinese chicken wings or Asian chicken wings, and usually they got little hair sticking out of them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
And you just eat them?
Yeah, you just you nibble around the hair, and then if you get the hair, you use it to pick the chicken wings out later. You know what I mean? Soft.
That's gross.
Yeah, dude. Like the more like something she said. Like specific. I mean, I know like beef ranches, like they have hundreds of thousands of cows and shit, right? But to feed this many Americans
every day,
oh, bro, we might be eating humans for sure.
We?
Well, yeah, us, like the general population over here.
Not me anymore.
Why do I? Oh my god! I wish I wish there was like just like flip a switch and be like, you don't need cheeseburgers. You don't need cheeseburgers in my head. You know?
Yeah.
My head, dude. My head is weird, man. It's a weird place in here.
Most people's heads are.
Yeah, it's
places.
fucking
So
like so strange.
Yeah. Preaching to the choir, bud.
Okay.
It's all fucking strange. Everything that's
Yeah.
happening is strange. I thought you were gonna be like, I wish we could just flip a switch and not have to be on this podcast.
This is our quality time, bud.
I know.
This is when I get to see Joseph.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We see each other a lot more because of the show.
You fucking weirdo. Are you just trying to think? You trying to just fucking get rid of me? You got a new co-host? Somebody who likes conspiracies more than me? You son of a bitch.
Nobody. If I got someone that liked conspiracies on the show, then the show would be pointless.
I like conspiracies. So you're
But
saying
you don't believe them?
Not all. Definitely not all.
No. So you're supposed to be the everyman. That's the whole point of the show. I can't get someone exactly like me, or it would be pointless. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna do a second episode because this is going long, and we still got half the time left. So, Godspeed.
Godspeed. Stay tuned.
You've reached the offices of the Godspeed podcast. We are currently closed. Please leave your information and someone will return your call within 24 business days. Thank you.
Report was put out by Clear Lab, and scientists did say that in fact they found human DNA and rat DNA and other discrepancies were found in most, if not all, of the burgers that they tested. I am telling you, do not eat fast food meat.